Splatoon 3. But first, I'm Yada Ibrahim, and this is the hashtag Thanks I Hate It podcast, where we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of everything interesting, because after all, love and hate come from the same part of the brain. So, I hate Splatoon 3. And by that, I mean I don't. And I have my friend Matthew here, so say hi.
Hi.
Okay. So, today is also the final episode. So, you know. So, for some background, Splatoon is a franchise of third-person shooter games that were created by Nintendo, with Splatoon 3, the third installment, and the topic of the final episode of the hashtag Things I Hate It podcast, releasing on September 9th, 2022.
The game, not the podcast.
Yeah, the game, not the podcast. This podcast started like 3 weeks ago. So, I want to talk about Splatfests first, because I feel like those are like super huge. For context on that, Splatfests are when people compete for what their opinion is on a certain prompt. So, like, the most recent Splatfest was which instrument is best, I believe.
Yeah.
It was
just think Twitter discussions, but more civilized.
Yeah. In the beginning, like, the very first Splatfest, which was the world premiere, was rock, paper, scissors. And honestly, I feel like that was the most balanced, and after that, it just went to caca because...
Well, I wouldn't say that's the most balanced.
I mean, it wasn't the most balanced. I feel like one of the more recent ones have been balanced. But I mean, like,
yeah,
that was the most balanced for like a while, like the first couple.
Yeah. So the thing with the Splatfest at the beginning is it's split into two halves. Mm-hmm. First half, you have like your normal like turf war with like like everything is at night. It has like a cool, fun party aesthetic to it. And then second half has a new type of battle called Tricolor Turf War. In Splatoon 3, it was introduced that there are now 3 teams rather than the normal 2 for the first 2 games. So Tricolor Turf War, it has all 3 teams battling against each other. Mm-hmm. Guys, when I tell you that was not only controversial, but also annoying to even get into one of those matches, and honestly, like, unnecessarily difficult and one-sided, like, over this past like year and a half, I want to say now, Tricolor Turf War has gone over so many updates as far as how many points you get from winning that category.
Fizz bangs.
We're not even gonna go there. I don't know why fizz bangs exist. Think like burst bombs, but like way weaker.
No, I was standing right next to one. It didn't even kill me. So I was like, what's the point of this?
I feel like it could have been more balanced.
I honestly feel like they should have done either 2v2v2. Like, it should have been even teams. And, like, get rid of the entire, like, ultra single thing. That's annoying.
Yeah, I feel like that makes a lot more sense. Like, honestly, like, if the decision came down to me, I would scrap the entire idea of Tricolor Turf Wars and just bring back shifty stages from Splatoon 2, which, for those who don't know, were very special stages brought around for only the Splatfest, which were so fun to play because they all had like their own like special little gimmick to it, and it had like no similarity to your normal stage. Personally, Splatoon 2 did Splatfest right.
Yeah.
As far as everything, like the aesthetic, the point systems, the teams were pretty iffy. I think like as far as like elements, Splatoon 2 definitely did things right.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play Splatoon 2. Splatoon 3 is my first game, so like I don't know. All I know is that Shiver's kind of fine. So I get the Shiver Sims. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite story?
A favorite story as far
Splatfest?
as Splatfest? Oh boy. I think my favorite story has to be during the first anniversary Splatfest.
Wait, what was the category? What was the prompt?
It was all of the Deep Cut members against each other.
Oh yeah,
and it was like who
which is
should
the best
be
leader?
Yeah.
I literally saw that and I was like, that's got to be like a joke or something.
Team Shiver.
Team Shiver. I was on Team Shiver, but I didn't even play the Splatfest.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I'm actually a Shiver ship.
Ship. You are a ship.
Toot. Yeah, I love Shiver. Anyways, for those who don't know, Splatfest have these special battles called multiplier battles that come in 10x battles, 100x battles, or the extremely rare 333x battles.
This is editing Yara here. So Matthew started explaining how the multipliers work, but didn't finish explaining, so I'll just give a quick rundown. When you get a 10x, 100x, or 333x battle, the amount of clout you get, which are like the Splatfest points you get, are multiplied by that number. All right, back to Matthew.
100x battles are rare to come by on their own.
Yeah, I've never
330
gotten one. I've never gotten one, and I literally played a Splatfest for like an entire day, and I got one 10x battle, and that was it. And I lost. So
Skill issue. Anyways, those 100x and 333x battles are extremely hard to come by, and I was lucky enough to get 4 of them during that entire Splatfest. But I think my favorite one, and this is by my special story, is I woke up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Sorry. So, I woke up, ate breakfast, and then I called my friend. I was like, hey, do you want to hop on Splatoon? Just obviously to play. Because we were on... He basically just follows me at this point. He
so
just
real.
goes on whatever team that I do just so we can play matches together. Mm-hmm. So we get on, we're just doing our thing, waiting for the battle to begin. So I look away, I'm like looking at my phone. So the battle starts, and I just start hearing like the sound effects, because when a 100x or 333x battle starts to begin, like the intro, like you hear like electricity. Mm-hmm. So I'm like looking at my phone, and so I hear the intro music start playing, and then I hear the electricity. Mm-hmm. Our first battle of that day was a 100x battle. When I tell you, the two of us were stunned to see that. We locked in, and thankfully, we won the battle.
You ate that.
We did.
No, for me, that Splatfest that I played for like an entire day, I was with one of my friends, and we were both on Team Water. It was like which Pokemon partner would be the best.
Oh, yeah.
I was on Team Water, and at that time, people were saying, if a team wins during halftime, they're just not gonna win at the end because of tricolor.
Yeah, that was like the weird reoccurring thing.
Yeah, and so like we were like going ham on that tricolor. We were going ham on like the regular mode. We were going, but we thought like in our heads that we're not gonna win.
Team Water ended up winning on all counts.
Yeah, every single thing.
So mad.
I was cheering. I like texted my friend back. I was like, "Yo, we got it!"
I was pissed because I'm a diehard Pokemon fan, mm-hmm. and honestly, I personally think all of the fire type starters are the best ones because they're really cool.
Well, like my girlfriend reminds me of Squirtle, so like that's much.
That's crazy. I was personally very mad about the results because I mostly blamed all of the big man stands, because that was like before the Shiver Sims. Like that was like the biggest thing.
Yeah, like no one cares about Big Man anymore.
Yeah, not really. So many people wanted Big Man to win a Splatfest that they would like go out of their way
to choose
Big Man so he can get the win.
That's so silly.
I knew, because like honestly, you never really see people talking about water types that much.
Yeah.
So that's why like I know that this is because of the big man stands here.
Yeah.
But like it also hurt me too, because that Splatfest is actually the one I performed the best in, getting into ruler plus. It was either +4 or +5.
Dang, that's crazy. I only got to ruler +2. That was the highest I got. So.
Yeah, that was like the one Splatfest I played the most in, and like I was mad.
Yeah.
I was really mad, but like now I was just like, all right, whatever.
Nah, I get that. I'm
so salty.
Thank you, Matthew, for coming in and joining me for the final episode of this podcast. I started it for journalism. I'm ending it because we're no longer doing it for journalism. And I just wanted to thank, of course, Matthew for coming on. I wanted to thank Nina for having me included in one of her episodes of her podcast. And shout out to Miss Dunham. I know you're listening to this. Thank you for assigning a great assignment, because I'm having a lot of fun and it's teaching me a lot about talking and getting used to listening to my voice.
Yeah.
So, want to do the outro?
As the world famous Pearl and Marina once said,
off the hook,
Don't get cooked, stay off the hook.